Hey guys, back with an overdue update for all the progress I've made inside my house within the last year or so. So we can start off with the hallway actually. If you notice, I took away the half logs that were on there, and I just got done this weekend replacing it with some pine tongue and groove. We'll make our way down to the bedroom. One of the biggest updates to the house by far has got to be the bedroom. If you guys remember from my previous videos, I had a king-size bed in there. A little bit of storage on either side with the closets, the wardrobe closets. Well, that all changed last year, obviously when COVID came in, and had the opportunity to work from home a little more often and not in the office as much. So I ended up moving my office into my bedroom, which means that I had to go through and rework out and rethink out the whole entire space. So I'll kind of give you guys an update, basically wall by wall, as I walk in. Kind of give you a pan of the entire bedroom. So the first wall as you enter on your right, I actually put in a closet finally. It runs floor to ceiling with the last third of it being storage. Where the cutout is up there, I'm going to do a sliding barn door using some wood and some metal pipe to create the barn door. Down below, you can see the curtain. Basically, it's just a double curtain rod. The back fabric panel, I bought curtain lights off of Amazon and then zip tied them in vertically through the fabric going down. And I put shears over it so you can't tell there's actually zip ties on there. And it works out really well as far as like at nighttime. If you just have this curtain light on, it illuminates the whole room. If we go to the next wall, back up here a little bit. With COVID over the last year and having the opportunity to work a little more from home, I had to really work on laying out the bedroom so I could function as a home studio when I'm working at home, as well as a comfortable place to sleep. So what I ended up doing is I ran a 2x2 the length of the wall to support the back of the desk. The desk top itself are two butcher block countertops, a 4x6 and a 25 by 8 foot that I cut down. I like the industrial look, so I did put the pipe shelving and then ripped on the table saw the butcher block countertop pieces that I left over for the shelves themselves. TV off to the left, of course. For those of you that are curious as far as my desktop setup, I work locally for a company. I'm a 3D modeler and I do interiors for aircraft, both new and aftermarket, as well as I do the occasional freelance work on the side, whether it be 3D modeling, 3D animation, motion graphics, or just graphic design, illustration, web, or UI, UX design for an application for your phone. So what I'm running as my main computer is a 27-inch 2017 5K iMac, Core i7, 40 gigabytes of RAM. To the left of it was on my bucket list that I got last year. It's a professional grade pin drawing display. It's a 32-inch Wacom Cintiq Pro. And then to the left of that, when I'm having fun and want to do some good DIY projects, I of course have my Cricut machine. I do have two can lights on either side of the desk. So if we pan around here to the last wall, if you guys remember back here, this is where I had my wall going across with the saltwater tank. Had to get rid of the tank just to accommodate a comfortable living space. It was hard to let it go. It's always been my passion, saltwater tanks. I always called it my little piece of the ocean. So what I ended up doing is I removed the wall and bumped it. I did remove access to the utility room here on the right, but I did open up access in the bathroom. I did a pine tongue and groove as an accent going up the back and the ceiling. Trimmed it out with some white trim, and I think with that and the dark blue paint gives it a really good contrast. It really makes it pop. I do have a couple remote storage containers that I bought off of Amazon that work really good for housing the remotes and my TV remotes. Keeps them out of the way. Another one of the big updates I started on within the last week and a half is, if I pan up, I started doing my ceiling. I have roughly 2 more big panels to put in, and then I have to do some smaller ones. And then I'll finish off the ceiling, and then I'll end up doing some cedar trim on either side of the wall going up to kind of hide that transition. That's basically all the changes in the bedroom. It's been a challenge to figure out the space, but I'm very comfortable with how it turned out. So if we go back into the hallway, looking down, you'll see that I actually did start on the ceiling panels going up. And like I said before, I removed that the log wall off to the right. It worked out well. I like the aesthetics of it, but with the pine tongue and groove, it definitely makes the space a lot more brighter. So as we come into the kitchen / living room area, if I turn around here a little bit, you guys will be able to see. I did finish off my storage area up above. I did continue the barnwood all the way up. There's a little bit of a bump out that I had to do just so it matched up with the truss and the ceiling. I got one piece of cedar to put back in there, but it worked out nice for my do-it-yourself mason jar lights. And as well, as you guys can see, the ceiling is almost done. A few more panels left on that. As far as the kitchen, no major huge updates at all. One thing I did put in was an island. I've got 3 just basic base cabinets you get at your local home store, butcher block countertop, and I did put this on wheels so I can move it around. And that was basically to figure out if I wanted it running along the wall or back towards the camera. And I've kind of settled on where it's at now. I may move it over a little bit. So my final step for this is going to build a 2x4 frame around it and either wrap it in the pine tongue and groove or a darker barnwood. Stairs are still the same. Still got my original countertops. I am going to work on a backsplash. I haven't decided on tile or barnwood yet as far as an accent. Well guys, that's going to kind of complete the updates as far as the house goes at this point in time. Like I said, I still have a little more work to do on the ceilings to finish those off. A little bit of trim, some touch-up painting here and there. A little bit of barnwood to put up in the kitchen. The surround for the island in the kitchen, back behind the futon. And then I have to finish off the access hole with a doorway and a sliding barn door in the bathroom. So I will feature the bathroom, the loft, and the closet in a further update. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. I had a few comments on there where somebody actually used a floor plan that I've done, which is pretty humbling. And like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comments section. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm going to be a little more attentive to the comment section. I know with the last year and a half, everything being crazy, being busy, and family stuff, I just haven't taken the time to go through all the comments that you guys have left, but I did try to answer them when I saw them. So I appreciate you guys' patience on that. I'm actually looking at maybe doing, if you guys want to private message me, if you guys are doing your own build, maybe doing a Zoom call with me. I'd be happy to answer any questions. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I appreciate you guys' time. Take care.